I've made a way of escape. I've made a way of escape. This is the word of the Lord today. I hear God saying clear as day that I have made a way of escape for you. During this time, during this coronavirus, this whole epidemic, and as you're indoors and as you are with your family, God is saying, I've made a way of escape for the things that you have been doing that has kept you bound, for the things that you have been doing that has been a habitual sin for you, affairs, doing wrong, things that you're doing at work, things that you're doing in your business, things that you've been doing in your churches, things that people that you once joined up with to do wrong, to do certain things to cover up for one another. God is saying, for a long time you were saying, God, if I just had a way out, Lord, I don't know how to stop. I can't stop being around this person. Oh, I'm trying so hard. God is saying he's making a way of escape for you. Many of you, this includes churches and ministries who has spoken to you over and over again and told you it's time to go. It's time to leave. But you had a reason. There's this going on. There's this going on. This coming up. This is not the right time. God is saying, I've made a way of escape for you. During this time of quarantine, God is saying he has made a way of escape. But the biggest thing I hear him and I see him showing me are illicit relationships, sexual immorality, sexual sins, sexual immorality and sexual sin. God is saying he's making a way of escape. Even some of you, you have been living with someone and you are not married, and he's making a way of escape because now that you two are locked up together all the time, you're beginning to see each other. You're beginning to see a side of one another that you've never seen before. He's beginning to uncover some things about this person that you never noticed because you guys were just in and out doing your regular things, not having to be with each other 24/7. And there's some things that God is showing you. You see, God is showing you certain things. You're seeing those things about him, those secrets that's popping up because now his phone is blowing up because he can't be there. Now you're seeing some things with her that you didn't know was there because now her phone is blowing up because she can't go to the places that she would normally go to when you're not around. You're discovering some things because they're still trying to do some things now on the computer and when you're asleep that you're finding out. You're seeing what they're like under stress. You're seeing what they're like when they don't get to work out. You're seeing what they're like when they're not getting the money and they're not able to handle certain things now that funds and resources are different. Maybe when they still have to go to work under the circumstances, you're seeing a different side. God is saying, I'm making a way of escape. Making a way of escape. I've literally closed doors. I've literally kept you away from your mistress. I've literally kept you away from your boyfriend that you have while you're married. I'm literally putting an end. I'm making it hard because now your spouse is home. I'm giving you the option now to make amends and to get closer to your wives, to get closer to your husbands, to get closer to your children. Your children are no longer running off to sports. These are the things some of you have prayed about, saying, I wish I had my family. Now you have your family, but you have an attitude because you have to be home too. I didn't mean like this, Lord. I hear some of y'all saying. God is saying, I'm making a way of escape. The biggest thing that he's showing me in my spirit are illicit and ungodly relationships that you cannot get out the house to get to them. You can't spend the time. You can't even book a hotel anymore. I hear God saying, and God is saying he's giving you a way of escape. But with that being said, I hear God saying, when this virus lifts, because it's going to lift, it's going to end. It's not going to be very long. God is saying, when this lifts and you step out the door to go back to the very things he has made a way of escape from, expect his judgment, expect his recompense, expect swift payouts for your actions, expect the bottom to fall out, expect there to be something awful, expect to get diseases, expect for there to be secrets uncovered, expect scandals, Expect for the relationships and the things that you've had within the ministry, the things that you think you have to fall apart. Expect to begin to see the fangs behind the smiles. And God is saying, I'm going to allow this to happen. I'm going to allow you to fall into the pits and to the snares that you continue to walk in. He says right now, I've been protecting you from certain things, and I've taken a next step to actually keep you from these things. So God is saying, even during this time, he's dealing with your heart. He's telling you to stop. You're still trying to sneak and make phone calls. You're still trying to sneak and do different things. You're still fighting what God is telling you in your heart, that it's time to step away. This is a time to begin your ministry. God is speaking in your heart and saying, this is a time to start doing things in your group. And when the virus lifts, he's saying, this is a time to start your in-home ministry. This is the time to do it because people's hearts are in a place to receive. This is what I hear the Lord saying. But the Lord says, when you disobey him, after all has been done, after all this quarantine, after his efforts, after his voice to you, and you still leave the house to go back, to immediately meet up with your mistress, to immediately go to meet up with your boyfriend, your side boyfriend, and you're married. You continue on this path, shacking up, living with someone, and you're not married. God is saying that you're going to get swift repercussion. The darkness, the things that he has been keeping from you, because his grace and his mercy has been around you, he's going to unleash it. He's going to let you walk into that. He's going to take the hedge off of you because he's been speaking to you. You can either learn from my voice and my words, or you will learn in the middle of all the hell and the storm. God is saying, you make a choice. He has made a way of escape for you. He has made a way of escape. This is going to be of judgment. This is going to be a time of recompense. This is going to be a time of swift repercussions. Because it has to be so in these last days, I hear the Lord saying. I've made a way of escape. This is what I hear the word of the Lord saying. To whom it applies, I pray that you will obey. Be blessed.